Absolutely outstanding, thank you. And close to spectacular. Thanks, Rob. And congratulations, everybody, for being on the call today. I'm excited to be invited by Rob to maybe share some little bits and bobs that can help you as you progress in this amazing business opportunity. I don't know how long we've got, Rob.
We got until 10 o'clock, but
right.
But if you want to overrun by a few minutes, it's not a problem. And if maybe we can open it to a few questions near the end as well. So.
Okay. Well. Basically, because there's a lot of new people, I'm guessing, on the call. So congratulate. Very quickly, I'm 62 years of age. God bless Rob saying those nice, kind words. I am very fortunate. I'm a published author. Written 2 books. One's done quite well in the US. And that's not to try to impress you. I was born and raised on a rough South Manchester council house estate in a place called Gorton in Manchester, where they filmed a show called Shameless. That was a dual shooting in the film sense in Wythenshawe and Gorton, which are 2 quite deprived areas in Manchester. And I say to people, it was that rough. The dog used to go around the estate in 2s. And I left school with no qualifications. I had a tough time at school growing up in the 60s. I was on the end of a cane, a belt, a slipper. I'm heavily dyslexic. And dyslexia wasn't as understood or as accepted as maybe it is today. And teachers do a great job. But back in the 60s, they can rule with an iron fist. And there's a couple of people, probably a similar age to me, who will probably remember that. So I come to leave school, and I had 3 options in 1973. I could either go into the British Army. That's what the career master said. But at the time, you was going to get shipped out to Belfast, and I didn't fancy that. Or follow my father and my brother into engineering, or become an underwear model. So as you can tell, I stuck to engineering, and I did that for the first 12 years of my economic life. I used to get my hands dirty.
Did Calvin
and then I landed.
Decline you?
What's that, buddy?
Did Calvin Klein decline you?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I use that new was it that new trendy outlet? Is it Matt Allen? For all my clothes, yeah. So yeah, I went into engineering. First 12 years of my economic life, set up a first business because I always wanted to work for myself. So I had that bit of an entrepreneurial flair, and that went horribly wrong. And that took me into aviation. And I spent 15 years working on the runways and taxiways at Manchester Airport in what was called airfield ops, marshalling aircraft, providing follow me services. In fact, I'm infamous because I managed to lose a 747 jumbo jet in the fog at Manchester. So I was nobody good at my job. And it was a great environment. But I hated some of the senior management and directors, and we clashed a little bit, and I came to the realization that my career ladder was leaning against the wrong wall. And I was introduced to this concept of a home-based business in network marketing 25 years ago with a product-based company. And unfortunately, it went away, as the Americans say. It was an American company, filed Chapter 11, and off it went. And I fell out of love with the profession for a short while, and then somebody invited me to come and have a look at this as Telecom Plus. That was a long distance route. It was a little box you plugged in. And obviously people thought I had a big catchment area working in aviation. My wife worked for BA for 22 years as well. And so I saw a bit of a market where I could infiltrate it, and never in my wildest dreams did we think we joined, because I made some really shit financial decisions. I lost a house off Didsbury Road in South Manchester, which is quite an affluent area, and I had to start again. I was living in a 1-bedroom flat with 2 young kids, and I don't say that for the violins, because you can live your life one way and then make a decision to live your life another way the next 5 years, if that makes sense. And I got my act together. I initially joined to make a few £100. That's all. No visions of grandeur. And then I got the hook on doing a job once and earning this royalty residual income. And we're very fortunate today. We do okay.
Stephan, was there anyone in the early days that kind of poo-pooed what you were doing, like what you do in that thing? It was like you know, 1 minute you're with one company, next minute you join this other company selling other things. Surely there must have been a few people that kind of ridiculed you, and you know.
We're all adults on the call, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yes, I had a few people take the piss, Rob. And there was a gentleman, I've had to change his name. In my first book, his name was Larry, that's his real name. But over the last 5 years, he's come back into my life. And I've changed his name to Terry in the second book. And I invited Terry and some of the airport workers to my home on a wet February evening to come and look at this. And we'd gone to the extra expense of buying nuts, crisps, dips, gatto, cheesecake. Georgia, working for BA, made cucumber sandwiches and cut the crusts off. And we strategically placed them around the lounge and invited these guys for 8 o'clock. And I was convinced they'd all join. I thought they'd see what I saw. And 8 o'clock came and 8 o'clock went, and 9 o'clock came and 9 o'clock went. And we bought beer and wine as well. And I don't suggest anybody does that. And they'd let me down. They didn't even have the courtesy to phone me up to tell me they weren't coming on the Zoom, or they weren't, you know, which really angered me. Anyway, I make a joke that night I went to bed fat and drunk because I ate all the bloody sandwiches and the cakes and the beer and all the wine. And the next day I came this close to quitting, which I'm ashamed to tell people. And you know, these guys were doing the pyramid sales gestures, and I thought Larry, aka Terry, and his name was Terry Tickle. We shortened that and we gave him the nickname Tez. I thought that, you know, they'd be really open to looking at it. And I found out later that Terry Tickle Tez, he'd poisoned the minds of these other guys and said that I was doing something illegal. And we used to take their kids out to Mackie D's or to the pictures. And I only wanted them to look. Anyway, why do I tell you that story? You're going to have the Terry Tickles in your life, because what people sometimes don't understand, they tend to fear or reject. And the bottom line is, you know, Terry Tickle, Tez Tickle, testicle. You're going to have some ball, yeah. You're going to have some ball sacks in your life. Now you've got to have strength, and one of the strengths in leadership in this is you've got to have courage, and you got to have thick skin, rhinoceros skin. If you can do that and teach a team together, you'll move forward. And you're in great hands with some of the people on the call. And Rob is a great friend. We go back a long time now. So yeah, that's and I've had rejection. I've had setbacks. You know, they said it was a pyramid all those years ago. You know what they say today? You're lucky.
You're lucky.
So you can't bloody win.
Yeah, you're lucky. You got in at the beginning, they say. Yeah, right.
Oh.
Yeah. So you nearly quit, Steph, because there are times it gets tough, isn't there? When, you know, Terry Tickle doesn't turn up, or the customer's not in, or hiding behind the sofa, or they keep saying they want to think about it, or you think the next distributor is going to join, and then, as they say, they've got to by the Guptas and all of that, you know. It's very interesting. And it's also very interesting that some people join and then don't do a lot. And I think that's interesting, because why would you invest your time or money? Well, the money is the easy bit, isn't it? The time is the hard bit. And I was speaking to a business coach yesterday who's helping me at the moment. And it's very easy to get distracted with TV, media, Facebook, Instagram, or just anything in life. Or, you know, another thing, I always remember people saying to me, get up an hour earlier. Well, you know, if you've had a glass of wine in the evening, it's hard to get up an hour earlier. So knock the glass of wine off in the evening and you'll find. I woke up at 5 o'clock today. I think it's because I was all excited about listening to you, Steph. It's a bit like Christmas days all come together, isn't it? So, Steph, you know, you've built a huge business and you've got a huge income coming in. You've got a lovely lifestyle, but you don't boast or brag about that. You're a very sincere man that want to help many people. What would you advise the new person in the room? Obviously, don't listen to Terry. They're all out there, those Terrys, aren't they? How would you stay motivated though, Stephan? Because it is, you know, winter's coming soon, isn't it? It's a bit blowy and windy, winter's coming, and then it's going to get harder to get out the door, or you can do remotely now, which is great. But how do you stay motivated, Steph?
Well, for me personally, it's changed my life, and I say that, I don't say that to try to impress everybody. And you know, I take a lead from Charles Wigger. I'm very fortunate that Charles and I speak, and Andrew, and become great friends, have changed my life. And so I'm one of the. I don't see this as hard work. I don't see this as a job. Or yes, we have to master the art of frustrations. Yes, we do. And you know, a lady coached me, believe it or not, a lady called Paula Pritchard, who was very fortunate to get coached. She has a book as well called Owning Yourself, an American lady. And she said, if you don't want to quit 2 or 3 times a month, you're not working hard enough.
Yeah.
And we get paid for frustrations. What keeps me going today, Rob, and why I'm on this call with you guys, is you do go from a point from receiving to contribution. And I don't take anything for granted. You're right. We do okay. And, you know, to give you an idea, like, please don't take this message wrong. We have 11,300 distributors in the team, and a lot of them are far better than me. I'm smart. I was born at night, but not last night. I'm smart enough. I've gone out and recruited better people than me, if I'm honest with you. And that's been my success story. And you might not be aware, you know, this is the only network marketing company that the Home Office have sanctioned police officers to do. And sometimes we don't understand the magnitude of what we've got hold of. And I tell a little story about a bar of iron, if it's okay to tell this story for the newer people to understand the value of what we have here. You've obviously mentioned Massive Action Day. You cannot miss that because of the new announcements. But it's not where we are today, ladies and gentlemen. It's where we're going to be in the next few years. Because, as we all know, this horrible disease is not going away. They can't bloody cure the common cold, can they? So it's gonna come back, and we've got an honest, integrity-driven business with a company that's on the most prestigious money market in the world, the London Stock Exchange. You know, we're worth, yesterday I looked on the market, 1.1 billion. And you've got the ability to invite people into this, okay, under the umbrella of this PLC, and you've got a team on this call that have a vested interest in your success. I think that's a recipe for success, personally, but you really need to know the value of what you've got. And Pritchard taught me years ago, she said, you know, Stephan, if you took a bar of iron and chamfered it down and make a doorstop, you could charge £5 for that bar of iron. But you know, the same bar of iron, if you got an expert in, who a blacksmith or farrier, whatever, they make horseshoes for thoroughbreds, you could charge maybe £500 or £200 for shoeing that horse. But you know, that same bar of iron, if you smelt it down and go on to make precision steel, and then go on to make mainsprings for Swiss watches, you can charge £5,000 for that timepiece. It's true. Some people look at our business as a doorstop, where I look at it as a fine precision instrument.
Yeah.
That's the mindset you've got to have with our business. And the challenge, Rob mentioned it about this is your problem. The price of entry at £50 to £100 is so easy or inexpensive. It's one of our Achilles heels. That's why you need to come on the Zoom calls. That's why you need to invest in the personal development, to change your and your team's mindset. Sorry, Rob, I go off on one, but I want to try and give value to your guys.
It is about mindset though, isn't it? Because, you know, I know some highly educated people, and you and me aren't in that category, that are not even qualified distributors yet. And do you know what? Maybe we have to de-skill. Maybe we should recruit people that haven't got an education, because all we've gone out and done, Stephan, is follow the company line. It's like, pick up the phone, make some calls, go and present it. You don't even have to present it. We have some deaf people in this company that have got more customers than some of my distributors that have got masters and degrees, etc. You know, and all they do is press play with Joanna Lumley and just show them the video. You know, the company have made it so simple for us.
It is, but the guys with the degrees sometimes I've recruited a couple of BA pilots, and the six-figure earners, 747 pilots, and my background is, and George's, and I've had to get over the social loss of esteem or whatever it may be, that they think they're selling gas and electricity and crap as opposed to flying big aeroplanes, and I get that. So it's about mindset. And the biggest problem that I believe we've got with people, if they've got a degree or they're really well educated, they've been conditioned in life to not accept that everybody on this call, these services aren't sexy. You've heard it a million times from Rob probably, but nobody here's turned their fridge off. And Richard Branson's in this arena as well with Virgin, and he's no mug, he's a billionaire. And it's changing that mindset, Rob, about what we've got. About, if I was saying to you 10 years ago, I said, listen guys, we're on this call, I'm doing a pitch, we've got a company where you're going to earn 6% on every line, not installation, but your rental and broadband. It's going to be big news down the road, and you're going to get 6%. Oh, by the way, the company's called Talk. Are you in or out? You don't jump at it.
Yeah.
Now, you look at Talk shares today and look at our shares. Our shares are trading at £13.70. Okay, Talk's trading at £1. And nobody even bloody knows we're about, and we're worth 10 times more than that company.
Yeah, yeah.
You really know. I'm sorry I'm getting a bit heavy here, Rob, but I want to give these guys, the mindset where they think, bloody hell, we have got something special. And I need to go and share this with people I know. Don't go pitching gas and electricity. Okay, and I'm going to share, and I'll shut up in a second, Rob. Yesterday, I was having a chat with a guy who's struggling a little bit, and I just asked him this key question, and I'm not going to ask you to give me the answers, but I'm going to give you his answer. And I said to him, Tony, can I ask you, what do you love most about Utility Warehouse that you can't shut up about? And he said, don't know. I said, there's your bloody problem, mate.
Yeah. You got to have that. You got to have that buzz that just exudes, and everyone goes, I don't know what it is, but I want to be part of it. It sounds very exciting. And by the way, I'm just poking the green people on the Zoom call today. The ones that have those degrees going, I'll show that Rob Barris. I'll show him. I'll get to team leader. I'll get to senior team leader and beyond. They're all smiling now, by the way. I think you and me are the only uneducated ones on this Zoom call.
It's great. It's great that we're attracting those people, because historically in this profession, Rob, they've been sat on the fence and they've never aligned themselves with something. It's like the police officers. I'm saying we're sanctioned by the Home Office. We have some senior ranking police officers there's a lady called Sarah Jackson in my team. She's head of Cumbria Police, and she's a distributor, and she's a superintendent.
Wow.
Current. This is, we've got, and you've got to start thinking out the box of what we have. This potential of having that time and money freedom, doing a job once and getting paid over and over again, and hooking people with that. And I'm sure Caroline, Damien, Stuart, either they're working, Jackie and Helen, she's doing a yoga, and Alison, God bless Alison, you're all probably either naked or you're working. That's why I can't see you. There you go.
I do advise my team not to obviously put their cameras on if they're still just come out of the shower or something, Steph. And Lindsay's got a degree, he's just told me, and he's going to show me the way forward. So thank you, Lindsay. Right, I'm going to open up some questions now, Steph. So very quickly on the chat box here, Mary Dunn asks, how do you deal with, I'm going to think about it?
Mary said, I'm going to think about it.
I'm going to think about it, or customers or partners or potential.
Oh, great question, Mary. Can I what I'd say to Mary, that's I really respect that you want to think about it. If it was a distributor, I would say, can I just ask you, Mary, what do you need to think about? Is it the more money or the more free time it'll give you? Yeah.
More money or free time or both.
Yeah, and the benefits that the business can give you.
Everyone's texting me now saying they've all got degrees. Can you text me if you haven't got a degree, please? Right, Susie. We've got Susie here. Susie, I'm going to.
Hello, gorgeous.
Susie, ask Stephan your burning question. You have a team of thousands of distributors. So here you go. Here's your chance.
Are you talking? Sorry, are you? Oh, me. Oh my gosh, I haven't put a question in. I've got so many questions. I can relate to that. In fact, I had that the other night when I was doing a support appointment with a new team member, and they said it was slightly different to that, Steph. It was, oh, I just want to go away and do a bit of research on the company. And the thing is, I was pre-warned by this new ID that he's a really green, you know, he's one of those, he was lovely though, I really like the guy. I hope he does come on board because he was really lovely, but he is attention to detail guy and he did warn me about that. And I didn't get him over the line, to be honest, which is disappointing, but, you know, I was kind of like, what are you going to, and I did say, I'll tell you, I got a bit annoyed, and I'll tell you what I did say. I said, well, yes, if you want to do research, you know, you're going to find all sorts. You're going to find those Guardian articles that make out that this is a scam. And he laughed. But yes, what do you say to that, Steph, when people say, oh, I want to go away and do my own research?
You've done the right thing. I just agree with them because they're going to do it anyway, Susie. So you say, look, you know, like anything in life, you're going to find good and bad, whether it's a garage, whether it's a restaurant, whether it's a competitor. You know, yeah. What if you're going to dismiss this? I want you to dismiss this from a point of strength, and then requote the witch, requote, you know, Trustpilot, requote the fact that we're on the stock exchange. Have a look at the share price. Yeah. Have a look at Telecom Plus, and that's all you can do is evidence it. Yeah. And then I put words in their head. I say, because if you said that, I say, I respect that so much, Susie. But, you know, can I just say, look, facts are facts and facts don't lie. I stole that from Steve Critch.
Oh, yeah, facts are facts, yeah.
And facts don't lie. But look, we'll contact you in 24 hours. You'll have time to have a look at. But look, don't wake up in 5 years' time when we're a monster and go, oops, missed that one. And I throw these kind of grenades in all the time. Yeah. To try and just break through the static in their head.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think what I'm finding is I've been doing I've recruited 2 people from the oil industry, so this is a good one for everybody actually. It kind of shocked me. They're all involved with oil exploration. There's no oil exploration going on at all now in the world. So basically, because of the Paris Accord, you know, 2050, none of the oil companies are doing any exploration at all. So the whole oil exploration industry, which is all part of the oil industry, is imploding. And so we're really hoping to get, you know, these 2 guys are going to start tapping into all their contacts in that side of the business. So that's one to think about. You know, the oil industry is massive and there's tons of people. But what we've had about 4 or 5 people who are really interested, but it's almost like they couldn't take it in. I think they're still in shock that it'd been made redundant, to be honest with you. And they can't get their head round anything else at the moment. So we are going back to quite a few people. All these people are just at the moment a bit in the turmoil. So I think in the next 2 to 3 months, there's going to be a lot of people who are realizing that their job isn't coming back, and my furlough's ended, and my redundancy has ended, and my income's ended. So yeah, so I don't know if anybody's had any other similar experiences, that a lot of people who've been made redundant can't even take this in, if you see what I'm saying.
You're right. You're right. You're right. Sorry, yeah. Rob, you was going to say something.
Yeah, I was going to say, it reminds me, Stephan, and I can't remember who said it, or maybe I read it in a book, was like, you know, in the future, you know, when I left school, my dad used to say to me, get a job in a bank, that's safe and secure. Get a job in the oil industry, that's safe and secure. And nowadays, those jobs aren't safe and secure, are they? Even teaching, I think, is going remotely now, and everything seems to be online. And what do we all need? We all need gas and electric on our homes. We all need phone and broadband. We all need mobiles. We need insurance. We need whatever else UW are going to launch in the future. It's an exciting time. It's an exciting time to talk to a lot of people. How do you see the market in the next future then, Stephan? You're on mute, Steph.
Sorry.
There you go.
I've got a couple of dogs that bark a lot. So one's a wolf. So yeah, job security is a thing of the past. It's gone. It's gone, and you're going to see, you know. And I respect, because I had such a poor education. I'm a big. I do read a lot now, and I educate myself. I'm self-educated, and the challenge we've got. I've got a young girl in my team. She's got 2 degrees. She's 27, and she's working at Mackie D's, and she's £41,000 in debt. And I just, you know, you're going to see more and more of this, and people are, you know, go back to uni, go back, and it's just going down a dead end road, because you've got now graduates, 10,000 graduates every year now coming out of uni all around the country, fighting for a handful of jobs, and you know, the only thing to do is free enterprise. It doesn't mean to say it's free; it means you're free to participate in it. But where I see the markets going is, like you said, and Susie mentioned, but it's educating these guys and understanding that their heads are so mashed at the moment. You know, you've got to keep touching base with them. Like these airline pilots that I recruited, I've been talking to them for 3 months, and finally got through to them. And they've got mortgages. One's got $500,000 mortgage around his neck. He's got 2 teenage daughters. And I just said to him, Derek, what are you going to do? Are you going to go, you know, he said, well, I'm going to upgrade to 777s. I said, yeah, but it's going to cost you 50 grand to go in the simulators, Gatwick, to get the education. And then you're going to be in a queue of other, how many airline pilots trying to get the same bloody jobs. I said, what are you going to do to pay your mortgage in the meantime? What's your plan B? And he hasn't got one. And sometimes you've got to talk like that to try and break through, as Susie said, the static in their head. But things have changed. It's never going to be the same again. Your job is to plant the seeds. And unfortunately, as Jim Rowan says, you know, sometimes the weather gets the seed, the birds get the seeds, the flipping elements get the seeds. You've just got to keep planting, but you'll get some seeds. And let me let you into a little secret, ladies and gentlemen. And this is my gift to you. You're looking for a few lieutenants who want to be generals. If you had Rob Barras and me in your teams, you would not be doing what you're doing today. I told you how many customers I get paid on it, it'd freak you out. One person. And there's 67 million people in the UK. They can't all be Muppets or knobs.
I think you know, I think the most powerful thing I've learned, Steph, is I remember my first 13 partners I recruited, it didn't do anything. My next one was Lisa Ware, who has over 20,000 customers.
There you go.
And that's what kept me in the game, really. I was just looking for that one person that just saw it, grabbed it, didn't need my help, just went on and did it. And that's what we're all looking for, that next person. And we recruit people and we think this is the one, this is going to be doing it. And sometimes they do. But those people are few and far between. Just keep talking, and the opportunity for the next 6 months of the year is immense. We'll be helping people change their lives for the better immensely.
Absolutely, and that's you're absolutely right. Go out there and don't think, "Ooh, what if they say boo to me?" Or what if they say? Let me tell you, leadership. Okay, and a gifted leader in this business, if you're taking notes, has the innate drive to win. That's the secret. That's how I've analysed. I've been very fortunate. This is going to make me sound really clever. I'm not. I've had the good fortune to interview senior ranking police officers, world champion hockey players, captains of industry, top network marketers on 100K a month, top sales trainers. And there's a few things that they have, a few traits that they have that's all common to them. Okay, how they use their mindset to get to the top of their game. One of it is that innate drive to win. Yeah. That is it. They have that innate drive to keep going when all the odds are stacked against them. We have a gift with this business, and I don't say those words lightly. You show me another business that you can start for 50 to 100 quid. No overheads, no staff, no PAYE, no pensions, no liabilities, where you just got to open your gob.
Yeah.
And take some no's, take some, you know, which you show me there isn't one out there, and get paid this royalty income.
ever.
Sorry, I'm going off on the side there, but I'm very passionate about what we do.
I understand it. You're getting me all excited again. So it is the most powerful industry in the world. And my coach was saying to me yesterday, she said, people react in two ways. They either achieve a goal and a dream and they drive towards that. Those are the drivers. Or there'll be the reactors where suddenly they got made redundant, they're skint, and they need to earn some money, and they will react. They will get off their derriere and do something. But you're looking for those drivers. You're looking for the ones that go, I've got a load of money, but I need more. I'm hungry. I'm excited. Not the ones that go, oh my God, I'm desperate, you know, because that comes over as well.
Yeah, we're looking for people who are hungry, not starving, I think, Rob, is the key, isn't it?
Very much so, very much so. Steph, in closing, has anyone got any questions for Steph? If you have, unmute yourself now. I'm going to have another 5 more minutes if anyone's out there. And they're all very quiet. This is very good. They're very shy.
I promise I won't, but there's no stupid questions. And if you're new, I'll give my best to listen. You're all top. Fair play for you for being on the call.
I've got one then.
Go for it, Debbie.
Okay. Hi, Steph. Lovely to hear from you. Always love your passion, and like Rob said, you get me all excited again, all over again. Obviously, we're in strange times. We're not out and about as we normally would be, meeting people, etc. Any top tips? I mean, I'm using social media a bit thanks to Rob and help down that channel. But any top tips for connecting with people in a virtual way, or where are you out and about at the moment, if you are at all?
I'm going to give you a little secret. I'm going to share something really outstanding for you that my team's doing with face protection. We've got the plastic masks. I don't know whether you've got one there.
Not ready.
Not ready. Okay, that's my wife, Georgia. And listen, this keep this in to you guys, okay? What we're doing is the magazines. There you go. Well done, Steve. That the magazines, okay. I've got guys who have got gloves on, the face masks, the magazines, and they're putting a little covering letter in the magazine and calling on small 1-2 man band businesses. And they're going in. Excuse the unusual approach, Rob. We're local businesses. We're not sure if you've been affected by COVID. This magazine's about setting up a second profit center in these uncertain times. Would you just have a peruse of it? If there's any level of interest, we'll explain how the money works and how it could benefit either you or some of the people you know.
Okay, brilliant. Thanks, Steph. That's brilliant.
With a little covering letter in it. You just never know. It's numbers like anything, but there's in the little town where we live, they're sat in there twiddling the thumbs with overheads burning the light. Here. You just never know, do you?
No, brilliant. Thank
you. Do it. My wife said, just do it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Lindsay.
Thanks, Rob. Very simple question, Stephan. I'm a green person, so how many partners do you have in your team, and how many group customers do you have in total at the moment?
87,000 group customers.
And how many partners?
11,000.
Lovely. Okay, thanks for that.
What's your target, Lindsay?
Target is, I'd say, let me just get 5 partners first, and then we'll go from there.
Good.
Okay, that's good. That's good. And listen, I'm going to let you into a little secret. You need to buddy up with somebody that you get on with, so you make each other a little bit accountable. Okay, use the tools with your friends. Don't mention the word. If you want to get partners, my advice at the beginning is don't mention gas, electricity, utilities, because the neurons in our brain are set that maybe you've got to go and stand in a supermarket with a clipboard. You've got your trolley. You're going towards them, and you've all done this, and all of a sudden you go, what? Okay, that's how we're wired up. So I focus on money. I'd say to you, Lindsay, just out of interest, okay, how's things in these uncertain economic times? And then you'll say blah blah blah. Can I ask you a question? Okay, this may not be for you, but I'm expanding. Where are you based, Lindsay?
Basingstoke, Hampshire.
Basingstoke, you're joking. I'm looking at expanding a business in Basingstoke.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
it probably won't be for you, but you might know some people that would like to create a second profit center or maybe work for themselves in these uncertain times. It could mean an extra £1,000 to £2,000 a month. Who do you know, Lindsay, could benefit from that?
Okay, got it. Yeah.
Hey, Rob, where are you based?
Guess what? Basingstoke.
Okay, is anybody based anywhere else? Mary, where are you based?
Oh, hang on. Let me unmute Mary. Yeah, there we go.
Called No Man's Land, believe it or not.
You're kidding. We're expanding a business into no man's land. And we love no man's land, yeah. Yeah, we're kidding. Listen, can I ask you a direct question, Mary? Listen, we're expanding a business there. I've got involved with a company that's on the stock market. Who do you know in these uncertain economic times would like to work for themselves or create a second profit centre? Could mean an extra £1,000 to £2,000, very part-time a month.
I think I'll have to think about that.
Okay, what do you need to think about? Is it the extra couple of grand a month, the 24,000 a year? How would that benefit anybody you know?
It's thinking about friends and how they will take my approach.
Okay, but if I said that to you and you didn't know anything about the business, what would your reaction be?
I'd be interested to know more.
There you go. There you go. And then if they say, what is it about? I'd say, listen, now's not the time, the place. And I'd get them on a call. I'd get them on a Zoom call or a company launch, and then say to them, well, I don't want you to prejudge it. It's 10 minutes long. Then I'll explain how the money works. And that's it. And that's all I do.
Thank you.
Cheers, Steve. Take care. And the reality is, Stephan, that everyone knows someone that's either furloughed or going to be made redundant, don't they?
I think Steve wanted quick. Have you got time, Rob?
Yes. I think Steve's gone though.
Oh, he's saying bye-bye. I thought he was right. No, okay, guys. Sorry, Rob. I didn't mean to sort of take over that. Has that been just wave if that has been of some value to you? Because my goal is to help you like Rob is.
Thanks.
Stephan, thank you very much for your time today. Obviously, with all of this, we need to all go out today, prospect someone today that could change our lives. That one person could be the next Stephan we recruit, or the next Lisa Ware, or the next Steve Critchley. You just never know, do you? That next person could be that little diamond we're looking for. Stephan, thank you for giving up your morning for us. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. You're a good friend.
My pleasure.
Thank you again.
My
guys,
pleasure.
have a great day. Have a great week. And we look forward to seeing you on the virtual Mad Day, if not before. Take care, guys.
Bye.
Cheers.